And the Indian Sports Network is on the air. Good afternoon, everybody. This is Kenny Masterson coming to you live from Montgomery City, Missouri. This is Montgomery County High School, home of the Wildcats. And what you're going to see this afternoon is the varsity softball game between the home team, Montgomery County Lady Wildcats, and your visiting Elsberry Lady Indians. And as you look out at the Lady Indians out on the field doing the pregame warm-ups, their field practice, you can see nice, shiny new white uniforms. I mean, they are pretty. Just can't wait till they slide into second base and get dirt all over them. I don't know who's going to do the laundry, but I got a feeling that in the next couple of games, those might not be quite as white as what they are right now. But either way, they really look good tonight, today, this afternoon, whatever this is. So anyway, this game's supposed to start in about another 15 minutes. I notice the umpires are here, so don't be surprised if it starts a little earlier than that. That's why I went on right now when I did. And so anyway, let's take a quick break here before we get into the pregame show.
Since 1995, Heartland Restoration has specialized in all types of masonry repairs, concrete restoration, above and below grade waterproofing, snow removal, epoxy joint repair or replacement, and all types of floor coatings. Our mission is to serve you with over 35 years of experience, someone you can trust to do the job right the first time. If you have a project, big or small, please give us a call. Heartland Restoration, 314-993-6377.
All right. Like I said, nice shiny new uniforms for Elsberry. And you can see them down on there. And I'm sitting up in looks like a brand new press box up here. There's a window in the way here, so I can't quite get all of left field or right field. I can get a little more of right field than I can left field. But at least it's better than whenever I'm sitting up right behind home plate. And we can just barely get first and third base in. So anyway, let's go ahead now and get into the pregame show that is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust. And let's hear from them first.
Here at People's Bank and Trust, new technology improves our lives. We all know that. But when it comes to your money, wouldn't you just as soon deal with real people rather than recordings and electronics fingerprinting of the mega banks? We put technology to work so we can have more time for you. We're your community bank. People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right, pregame show. Like I said, today is the Elsberry Lady Indians versus the Montgomery County Lady Wildcats. And these two teams, let's see, their last 11 meetings, Elsberry is leading the series 6-5. So over the past 11 games, they have been very, very close. And the last meeting was, well, it was 1 year ago today. 10-6, no, I'm sorry, looking at the wrong date here. In 2 days, it will be 1 year. They played on the 8th of October last year, and that was in Elsberry. And Elsberry lost that game 9-8, and if I remember right, that went into like 11 or 12 innings. It went a long time, and the Lady Wildcats finally came out on top on that one. It was a good game all the way through. And that was one of the games that I started learning about the international tiebreaker rules, and they go through all kinds of weird antics and everything on how they get rid of the tie. They'll go in there with 2 outs and 1 runner on second and all kinds of neat things like that. But we're not there tonight. So anyway, at this point in time, according to Misha, the MSHSAA, Missouri State High School Athletic Association, according to their records, let's see, the season record for Elsberry is 11-7. Season record for the Montgomery County is 4-9. They're let's see, Elsberry is averaged about 7 runs per game, and the Wildcats have averaged 3.7 runs per game. So their offense isn't quite as much there, at least at this point in the season. And Elsberry's allowed 5.3 runs per game, and the Wildcats have allowed 6.8. These last few games, though, have really raised that average for Elsberry on the runs allowed per game. They've allowed several runs, and a lot of them that should not have been there. But that's the way it is, and we just have to keep going. And like you heard on the broadcast last night, the coming up in the districts, and I'm hoping that these young ladies can change the way that they've been playing a little bit, play a little better defense, and maybe get their bats going a little bit more. But either way, all right, let's go ahead and get into these starting lineups, because the umpires and coaches are already down at home plate. So I don't think they're going to wait for the 5 o'clock flyover of the fighter jets. So I guess the fighter jets will just have to go fight someplace else. But either way, playing tonight, the starting lineup for Montgomery County. Player number 1 and batting first, leading off, is the catcher, Sam Quatham. Batting second and pitching, number 13, Brooklyn Fisher. Batting third, number 20, Maddie Quatham, and she is the shortstop. Batting fourth, third base, Raylene Poston. And she wears a number 6 on her shirt. Number 5, Carissa Doyle, is first base and wears number 21. Batting sixth, Addison Massey, second base, and number 7. Batting seventh, number 10, Anna Thiessen, center field. Batting eighth, number 5, Lexi Veach, and left field. Batting ninth, number 11, Erica Devlin, right field. That is the starting lineup for the Montgomery County Lady Wildcats. Now for your hometown Elsberry Lady Indians. Another little bit of a shakeup in the lineup tonight. And we have number 3, Peyton Robinson, third base, leading off. We have batting second, number 16, Mackenzie Gladney, catcher. Batting third, number 20, Kelsey Flaster, center field. Batting fourth, number 15, Kylie Kinsler, pitcher. Batting fifth, number 14, Abby Jenkins. She is the shortstop tonight. Batting sixth, number 17, Neosha Henderson, designated player. I don't think she'll be batting. And maybe she will. Yeah, she'll be. I don't know. We're just going to have to see. They change these things around because I don't see a flex player. I don't know. Number 19, Morgan Jones, first base, will be batting seventh. Number 2, Tiny Henderson, right field. Number 7, Lily Smith, left field. And number 11, Addison Steele, second base. And we're just going to have to see. Who bats and who doesn't. Like I said, it seems like every time I get these rules down, I find out that I'm wrong. So, as the PA system here gives out the starting lineups for both teams, let's go ahead and take another break.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater self-esteem.
Everybody knows that high school sports give us more value for our entertainment dollar.
They also give us leaders committed to strengthening communities right here in Missouri. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents. Studies show that participation in sports, along with other extracurricular activities, is one of the best ways to teach leadership, cooperation, accountability, and other invaluable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines. Encourage the young people you know to get in the game. When you do, you'll be helping them get ahead in life. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. These days, the concept of value matters more than ever, and you'd be hard-pressed to find a better value than high school sports. Extracurricular activities, including sports, make up about 2% of the budget for a typical Missouri high school. In return, participation in sports promotes citizenship and sportsmanship. Sports also instill a sense of community pride and teach lifelong lessons about cooperation and self-discipline. They encourage physical fitness. They produce community leaders. By offering so many benefits to the community for such a small percentage of a school's overall budget, it's easy to see why high school sports are one of the best bargains around. The real cost would come from not having them at all. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Are you familiar with or have you experienced water damage in your business or home? Even if the damage is small, repairs can be very costly, not to mention the unpleasant sight and smell of the damaged area. It's okay. Heartland Restoration is here to help. Give us a chance on your next project. Call 314-993-6377 today.
Ever wonder where your hard-earned money goes when you deposit it? It stays here, at home, to help make living here what we've all come to expect. We've got everything the megabanks do, but we've made a commitment to our community. So when you're looking for the right bank, see People's Bank and Trust, Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right, we are back as we get ready for the opening pitching. And there's a roar from the Wildcats. I doubt if you all heard it, but I did. So Lady Wildcats take the field. And the Lady Indians are going to grab their bats. Like I said, a little more information about districts. Elsberry's first game is going to be October the 14th at 4 o'clock. I don't have this information right in front of me. I intended to write it down, but I'm lucky I remembered to come over here today, let alone write stuff down. Their opening game for districts is going to be October the 14th. And they'll play the winner of, again, I don't remember who they're playing. Well, I'm just a wealth of information tonight. Bishop DeBorg, I'm pretty sure, is one of the teams that will be playing. And if you remember, we played them last year down in St. Louis. And we beat them, but it was a very close game. But Elsberry Lady Indians did come up. They did get a bye in the first round of districts. So they only need to win 2 games to get into the state tournament. And so here we go. Leading off for the Lady Indians is number 3, Peyton Robinson, third base. And looking at the bow she has in her hair, she always has a bow in her hair, and she's got a red, black, and white bow on it. Usually has number 3 on it someplace. First pitch is a call, strike 1. She bunted it right to the pitcher, throws over there, and she is out. Montgomery County has a left-handed pitcher up there tonight.
Batting second for Elsberry, number 16, the catcher, Mackenzie Gladney.
Brings up number 16, the catcher, Mackenzie Gladney. Switch screens here, and I can give you some stats. High fly ball out into foul territory of right field. So long, dramatic strike 1. Gladney, in 20 games, she has 68 plate appearances, and she's batting .414. 24 hits, 17 of those singles. She has 1 home run on the season. Another foul ball back behind us to the right side. Strike 2, quickly 0-2 on Mackenzie. Ball 1, high and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gladney also has 21 RBIs this year. Just outside, ball 2. That was being pretty brave letting that one go, at least from my angle. Ball 3. A little bit of patience has worked Mackenzie Gladney into a 3-2 count, up from 0-2. Nobody on, 1 out. Hard hit ball down a right field line again, and it's foul. Count remains at 3-2. Put that one about 15 feet to the left, and she might have had a double out of that. Or she might have been out. Because that right fielder was over there. They're playing her pretty close to the line down there. And there's ball 4 outside. So a 1-out walk given to Mackenzie Gladney. Brings up number 20, Kelsey Flaster, center field.
Batting third for Elsberry, center fielder, number 20, Kelsey Lassiter.
Boy, they look different out there with those new uniforms on. Hard hit ball right to second base and quickly over to first base, and Mackenzie Gladney was caught off the base. So, double play, and we have played a half an inning, and there is no score.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right, here we go into the bottom of the first inning. See what Montgomery County can bring up. First base and third base are over talking to Kylie Kinsler. Now Mackenzie Gladney had to get on all her gear, and she's out there now. And Kylie's going to take a couple of warm-up pitches. Her speed looks pretty good. Let's just hope she has good control. Throw down to second base from Gladney to Jenkins. And the infield gathers in, and number 1, leading off, Sam Quatham. She is the catcher.
Leading off for the Lady Wildcats, number 1, Sam Quatham.
Kylie looks in, gets her signs. Ball inside. Hard hit ball up the middle, past shortstop, and Sam Quatham is on base with a leadoff hit. Brings up number 13, Brooklyn Fisher, the pitcher. Let's just see. She pitches left-handed, and yep, she's batting from the left side.
Wildcats pitcher, number 13, Brooklyn Fisher.
High foul ball going to drop right into Brittany Koch Dowles. It's going to drop right into her seat. She should have caught it. Maybe it had been a half an out or something. So, strike 1. Ball high. 1-1 count on the pitcher, Brooklyn Fisher. High fly ball, and sure hands Henderson is underneath it and has it. So 1 out. And Sam Quatham is still on first. Brings up number 20, Maddie Quatham, the shortstop. Back to the right side of the plate. High foul ball coming back here. I'm glad there's a roof over my head. Some of these games, up in Louisiana the other day, there was 2 games going on at once, and we were in between the 2 fields, and you needed a hard hat. Swing and a foul tip, strike 2. No place in Louisiana was safe from those foul balls. Ball 1. I was actually hit once by one. Couldn't think of anybody to sue, so I just forgot about it. Swing and a miss, strike 3. First strikeout tonight for Kylie Kinsler. 2 outs now. Sam Quatham still down on first base. Brings up number 6, Raylene Poston. She is the third base. Strike 1 called. Foul tip quickly, 0-2. Sam Quatham still down on first. She can feel second calling to her. Ball inside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball hit off. Ball hit. Morgan Jones tried to get it. And okay, now they got a rundown between. All right. I'm glad you can see that because it was happening faster than my tongue would work. But Sam Quatham tried to go to third base and was not successful. They threw over to third and back to second. And she tried to slide in underneath and was not able to. So anyway, that was the 3rd out. Meanwhile, Raylene Poston actually it was an error that she reached, but she did reach first base. But the out was called on Quatham. So let's go ahead and take a break.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
All right, here we go into the top of the second inning. Maybe I better change my computer here. All right, top of the second inning, still no score. Leading off, number 15, Kylie Kinsler, pitcher. Kylie is still leading the team in batting. She's batting .475 with 4 home runs. She's got 17 singles, 6 doubles, 1 triple, and 4 home runs. 18 RBIs. She scored 24 times herself. Ball 1. Called strike 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. High fly ball out into left center, and there is home run number 5. So Kylie Kinsler gets Elsberry on the scoreboard. Long fly ball out into left center. And the score is now 1-0. Brings up Abby Jenkins, shortstop. Called strike 1. Jenkins is batting .412 so far this year. She has 21 hits, 17 of which are singles. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Foul ball. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, all evened up. Glad to see Kylie hit that. She was not hitting last night at all, and you could tell she was pretty darn frustrated. And we now have a count of 3-2. There's no more room for any pitches unless the ball touches the bat. Foul ball. So remains 3-2. Gonna have to do something eventually. I'm out of little squares to fill in on my scorecard. Three and two on Abby Jenkins. Ball 4. So after a leadoff home run, we now have a base on balls to Jenkins. Brings up number 17. Let's see who's coming up. Yep. Number 17, Neosha Henderson. Neosha is batting, what do we have here? 263. She's got 5 hits on the season. 4 of those have been singles. Still nobody out. 1 runner on in the form of Abby Jenkins. And she took off running, and Neosha squared up to bunt and bunted it foul. Strike 1. She bunted the second one foul, and Abby Jenkins, I think, is going to get tired of running down to second and having to come back. She's going to run a marathon tonight just between first and second. So, no balls, 2 strikes on Neosha Henderson. If she bunts this time, she better bunt it fair. Jenkins is off for second and goes into center field, but the center field is right there to get it. So she wisely stays at second base. But Abby's down at second. That was a ball on Neosha Henderson. So we have 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ball 2. 2-2. Scoreboard's only showing 1 ball, but there's been 4 pitches. There it's showing 2. I guess they heard me. I'm awful intimidating. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So 1 out. Brings up number 19, Morgan Jones. She's only batting .200 so far this year with 10 hits. Abby Jenkins down on second, really wanting to come home. Pitch is high, ball 1. I think Abby's tired of being out in the sun. She wants to get to the dugout. Called strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out, 1 runner on. A lot of ones out there. Called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jenkins on second, 1 out. Evens it up at 2. Neosha Henderson is on deck. Foul tip, remains 2-2. You know, I don't know what there is about high school softball, but I've never seen so many foul balls in my life as there is in high school softball. Ooh, up and in. And that is ball 3. So, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Another foul ball, back out of play. Remains 3-2. Score of 1-0, Elsberry, courtesy of a home run by Kylie Kinsler earlier in this inning. Ball right back to the pitcher. Over to first base, and Jones is out, but Abby Jenkins is on third. So a 1-3 put out for out number 2. Brings up number 2, right fielder Neosha Henderson.
Now batting for the Lady Indians, number 2, right fielder, Neosha Henderson.
Tanisha is otherwise affectionately known as Tiny Henderson. Call strike 1. Check swing by Tiny, but call strike 1. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Jenkins is on third. Last night, Elsberry left dozens and dozens and dozens of batters on the base, or runners on the base. 2 balls, 1 strike. They weren't having a lot of trouble getting base runners, but they could not get them past third base. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Evens up at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Second inning. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 strikeouts in this inning for Brooklyn Fisher.
For the Lady Indians, 1 run on the home run.
So we have halfway through the second inning, we have a score of 1-0, and that was a home run by Kylie Kinsler. So as we go to the bottom of the second, let's take a quick break.
People's Bank and Trust knows that every minute of your day counts, so it's good to have a few time savers on your side. Take internet banking, for example. It allows you to bank from home rather than having to make an extra trip to the bank just to check your balance, transfer funds, or view recent transactions. You can even pay your bills online, eliminating a trip to the post office for stamps. Best of all, People's Bank and Trust offers all of this free of charge. Visit us online at www.pbtc.net and sign up today. Just another example of hometown banking the way it should be. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Lady Wildcats, Carissa Doyle, number 21.
All right, here we go in the bottom of the second inning. Carissa Doyle, number 21, first base, leading off for Montgomery County, and she takes a call, strike 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Quickly 0-2 on Doyle. Right back to Kylie Kinsler, gets through, and let's not see a repeat of last night on defensive miscues. Went right under Kylie Kinsler's glove. Addison Steele picked it up, but couldn't get over there in time. All right, throw down to second, over to first, and not in time. So 1 out. That was a little quick pitching there. That was Addison Massey pitching there. Number 10, Anna Tizon, center field. She takes a ball for her first pitch with 1 out. And we have Massey on first, courtesy of a fielder's choice. Foul tip, strike 1. High foul ball over to the right side, strike 2. Quick throw down to first base, but not in time. Count is even at 2-2. One runner on, one out. Score is 1-0. Wow, foul tip. She swung at a second-story pitch, and she had to climb a ladder to get it. Remains 2-2. She swung at that high one. Addison Steele right underneath it for the second out, and holding Massey at first base. Number 5, Lexi Veach, left field. Call, strike one. From here it looked low and inside, but I'm not down there. Swing and a miss, strike 2, and Gladney wanted to throw down there and decided against it. Meanwhile, 0-2 on Lexi Veach. 2 outs, 1 runner on. Ball 3, throw down to first, and it was close. It was close. I agree that she was safe, but they almost got her. Another pitch way up high. 2-2 on Lexi Veach. Foul ball. Remains 2-2. And there's a call, strike 3. Wow. From up here, that looked inside. But I'm not an umpire, and you couldn't pay me enough to be one. So at the end of 2 innings, we have a score of 1-0. Let's take another break.
Fans, when you attend a high school game, do you stand at attention during the national anthem? Do you cheer a good play by the opposing team? If your team loses, do you take it well in stride? If you have answered yes to any of those questions, you are showing positive examples of sportsmanship. Don't forget that when you attend high school events, young eyes are watching you for examples of acceptable behavior. By making a conscientious effort, you'll be helping our students grow into better citizens. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
All right, now we have up Lily Smith to lead off this 3rd inning. Call, strike 1. Move over to the 3rd inning on my scorebook. I was putting that in the 2nd inning. Ball 1. 1-1 on Lily Smith. Left fielder Lily Smith. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball 2. Count is even at 2. Ball 3. Full count on Lily Smith. And call strike 3. So that brings up Peyton Robinson. And I was attacked by her before the game whenever I said, apparently I said something last night about only 2 home runs or something like that. So I want everyone to know that Peyton Robinson has 4 home runs, because apparently I didn't say it right last night. Swing and a miss, strike 1. That's one thing. I don't have to worry about making a mistake and not knowing it. These girls always let me know. She squared up to bunt, pulled it back, and ball 1. Hard hit ball right to the shortstop, and she fell down after fielding it. It was a short hop to her, and she fell down and could not get it over in time. So Peyton Robinson is on first base now with 1 out.
Now batting for Elsberry, number 16.
So number 16, Mackenzie Gladney, the catcher. She reached on a walk her first time up. So Elsberry with 1 runner on with 1 out. Robinson heading for second, and the ball gets through, but their center fielder obviously knows what she's doing, because she is not waiting around for that ball to come to her. She is in there right on it, and that kept Peyton Robinson on second base. So once again, with 1 out, Mackenzie Gladney took a ball that time. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Robinson is now on second base with 1 out. Ball gets away from the catcher, but Robinson stayed on second base. I don't know if she thought that hit the bat or what. I'm not sure, because I saw her pointing in, so I'm not sure what she was thinking. But she didn't go either way. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And that is ball 3. We have a full count with 1 out and Peyton Robinson on second base. Little foul ball to the left side. Remains 3-2. And there's a call, strike 3. They better get used to that. He's been calling that every time. So 2 outs. Brings up Kelsey Flaster to bat, center field.
Up to bat for Elsberry, number 20, Kelsey Flassiter.
Meanwhile, Peyton Robinson snuck down to third base. I didn't even see her go. And, well, I'm not even going to talk about what she's doing right now. But she's on third base. But we have Kelsey Flaster up to bat. She flied out to second base her first time up. There's a call, strike one. Once again, I'd like to see these young ladies get their bats going. We really haven't had any hard hits other than Kylie's home run. There was ball one outside. There we go. Hard hit ball out into right center, and Peyton Robinson scores. And the ball was fumbled around a little bit, and Flaster is into second base. She slid in. So another run for Elsberry. Still 2 outs. Brings up Kylie Kinsler to bat.
Now batting number 15, Kylie Kinsler.
With 2 outs, Kylie Kinsler up to bat. She hit a home run her last time up out into left center. Ball one. Ball two. Abby Jenkins is on deck if Kylie Kinsler can get anything going. Or keep it going, I should say. We've got it going. She just needs to keep it going. Ball three. They're doing a good job of keeping it out of the strike zone for her. She smacked a few home runs this summer, too, playing. One was a grand slam that I saw. And there was call strike one. She was taken all the way on that. That was a pretty pitch. There's Brooklyn Fisher pitching for Montgomery County. She's got good speed. Ball four. Brings up Abby Jenkins with 2 outs. Runners at first and second. We have Flaster down on second and Kinsler on first. Abby Jenkins up to bat. She walked her first time up. Ball one. Call strike one. Ball two. And Flaster tried to get into third base. Did not make it. She is thrown out. And that leaves Jenkins up at the bat, so she'll be leading off when we come back for the fourth inning. So another run for Elsberry. And we are going into the bottom of the third inning. And the score is 2-0. Elsberry over Montgomery County.
Hey, hon, what are you doing up so early?
Oh, I'm just getting ready to take care of some stuff with the bank.
The bank? I surely hope you're going to get dressed first. You'd get some pretty weird luck showing up in your robe and fuzzy slippers.
I'm not going to the bank. I'm doing it all right here from home using People's Bank and Trust online banking and bill pay service. I can check our account balances, transfer money, make a loan payment, and even pay bills, all from the comfort of my pajamas. Best of all, it's free.
Banking in your pajamas. Now, if we could only get the grocery store to deliver.
Start banking online today by visiting us online at www.pbtc.net. People's Bank and Trust. Hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
All right, we have up to bat now. Number 11, Erica Devlin. She is the right fielder, and she takes, I wasn't looking whether that was a strike or ball. And they haven't put anything up there. Second pitch is a strike. All right, first pitch was the ball. So we have 1-1 on Erica Devlin here in the bottom of the third inning. 2 balls, 1 strike. Foul ball evens it up, 2-2. Sam Quatham is up. She's on deck right now. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's strikeout number 3 for Kylie Kinsler tonight. Brings up Sam Quatham, and Brooklyn Fisher is on deck.
Now batting for the Lady Wildcats, number 1, Sam Quatham.
Swing and a miss, strike 1. Sam Quatham. She hits the ball past third base into the outfield, but Lily Smith gets it in. So Sam Quatham is on base.
Now batting for the Lady Wildcats, number 13, Brooklyn Fisher.
Brooklyn Fisher is up to bat now with 1 out and 1 runner on. She flied out to right field her first time up. Foul ball to the left side, strike 1. Got the corner of the building right here, blocking shortstop for me. So I can't see anything on that side. I have to look at my computer screen. Hard hit, ball out into center field, and it is out of here. And we have a tied game. Home run for Brooklyn Fisher. So here in the bottom of the third, Montgomery County ties it up.
For the Lady Wildcats, number 20, Maddie Quatham.
That brings up Maddie Quatham, number 20. She struck out her first time up with 1 out. We have a brand new ball game. And that pitch actually went behind her. So I don't know if that was inside for her or way outside for a left-handed pitcher. Hard hit ball out into center field, and 2 home runs right in a row, back to back. And just like that, Montgomery County takes the lead, 3-2. So in the bottom of the third, Montgomery County's bats have come alive. Back-to-back home runs, the first one being a 2-run homer. And Raylene Poston is up to bat now. She reached on an error her first time up. She takes ball 1. Strike 1. 1-1 on Poston. Foul ball, strike 2. Ball 2. 2-2. One out here in the bottom of the third. There was very close pitch there, but it was a ball. 3-2. Ball 4 on Raylene Poston. So after 2 home runs in a row, we have a walk. Number 21, Carissa Doyle coming up to bat, first base. So we're going to have a meeting of the minds out on the pitcher circle. Try to calm Kylie Kinsler down a little bit. I know she takes it kind of personally whenever they hit home runs on her.
Also, we'd like to remind Montgomery County fans that there's still 2 home games this week. On Thursday, the Lady
So they're out there talking to her, and
Friday, they host Mark Twain.
again, Poston is on first base, and Carissa Doyle is batting. And there's one out.
Don't know if that is for certain, but that's what I've been told. 2 home games, Thursday and Friday, both of them start at 5 o'clock.
Call strike 1 on Carissa Doyle. Ball hit to first base. Jones picks it up and tags her out. And that is the second out of the inning. Brings up Addison Massey with Poston now on second base. Massey reached on a fielder's choice her first time up. First pitch is a ball 1. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Foul tip, but Gladney caught it, and that is strike 3. So out number 3, but Montgomery County did some damage. They put 3 runs up on the scoreboard, and as back-to-back home runs, Brooklyn Fisher with a 2-run homer, and Maddie Quatham with a solo homer, and Montgomery County left 1 runner on. So as we go into the 4th inning, the score is now 3-2 Montgomery County over Elsberry.
The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
All right, here we go. Top of the 4th inning. And leading off is Abby Jenkins. She was at the plate when Flaster got thrown out at third. Ball 1. Ball 2. Jenkins walked her first time up in the 2nd inning. Ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes on Abby Jenkins for leading off in the 4th inning. Call strike one. Swing and a miss, strike two. So after being up 3 balls and no strikes, Abby Jenkins is now at 3-2, full count. Hard hit ball out into left center, and it's all the way to the fence. Jenkins is heading into second base with a stand-up double. So leadoff double for Elsberry brings up Neosha Henderson. She struck out her first time up. Ball one. Jenkins down on second base. Nobody out. Ball two, way outside. Foul tip, just out of play. Strike one. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ball three. 3 balls, 1 strike. Abby Jenkins taking some pretty good leads out there. I think she's just daring that catcher to throw. So 3-1 count on Neosha Henderson with nobody out. Okay, I missed count somewhere along the line. We have a 2-2 count. Now it's a 3-2 count. Okay, I missed it somewhere along the line. So full count on Neosha Henderson. The throw was down to second base, but Jenkins was back in time. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. For the first out, Abby Jenkins still down on second base. Morgan Jones up to bat now. She hit out to, grounded to the pitcher her first time up. Call strike one. Ball one. Got a fly over here bothering me. Doesn't this fly know it's almost winter time? It's supposed to be dead. Call strike two. That up and out pitch is being called a strike every time. Swing and a miss, strike three. 2 strikeouts in a row and brings up number 2, Tiny Henderson, right field. Let's see what's going to happen here. Nope, we're going to have a pinch hitter, and that's going to be in the form of Taylor Mooney. So after a leadoff double for Abby Jenkins, we've had 2 strikeouts, and now we have a pinch hitter, Mooney, for Tiny Henderson. Call strike. That same pitch that's up and outside, but it's a strike every time. So nobody can complain about it, or they can, but it's the same thing for every batter. Hard hit ball to wasn't all that hard, I guess, to second base, over to first and out. So a 4-3 put out ends the inning, and another runner stranded.
For the Elsberry Lady Indians, no runs, 1 hit, a double, 1 runner left on base.
So let's go to the bottom of the 4th inning, and let's take a break. Because the score is still Montgomery County 3, Elsberry 2.
You're listening to the Indian Sports Network, courtesy of the Elsberry Democrat. Log on to www.elsberrydemocrat.com today.
All right, short little commercial there. Okay, now in the bottom of the 4th inning, we're going to have Anna Thiessen. She's going to be leading off for Montgomery County. She is a center fielder, and she flied out to second base her first time up for the second out of the 2nd inning. Once again, a lot of 2s in that. Second base, 2nd inning, 2nd out. Kinsler looks in for some signs. There's a pretty weak swing, but she fouled it off for strike 1. Ball 1 inside. Hit it back to Kinsler, over to first for the out. Brings up number 5, Lexi Veach, left field. She struck out standing there her first time up. Ball 1. Ball hit to third base. Peyton Robinson up with the throw to first, and out number 2. Brings up number 11, Erica Devlin, right field. She struck out her first time up. Peyton Robinson's kind of slid into that. Okay, throw, oh boy. That was right down the line, and there was the slightest hesitation there by Morgan Jones. She ran out to get it. Addison Steele covered first base. They threw to first, but tie goes to the runner. And so Devlin is on with a base hit. 2 outs, brings up the top of the batting order, Sam Quatham. She's reached safely both times up tonight. Another hard hit ball out to the center field scoreboard, and another home run, 2-run homer. And that makes the score 5-2, Montgomery County. Brooklyn Fisher up to bat now. She hit a home run her last time up. That's 3 home runs tonight for Montgomery County. They need to put somebody out there and beyond the fence just to retrieve the balls. Another high fly ball out into center field, and Flaster's there to get it. But more damage has been done. Another two-run homer, and Montgomery County now going into the fifth inning is ahead 5-2.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
All right, we go into the top of the fifth inning. Score is 5-2. Montgomery County's putting on a home run clinic. All right, coming up to bat, leading off, number 7, Lily Smith. She struck out looking her first time up. That was back in the third inning. Elsberry just so far hasn't managed to get much going on offense. She squared up to bunt, missed it, and takes a strike one. She bunts it down to third base line, but they were right there. And even as fast as Lily Smith is, she was a half a step behind on that. So 5-3 put out for the first out. Brings up the top of the lineup for Elsberry, Peyton Robinson. She reached on her second time up. There's that high and outside pitch, and it's a strike every time. They need to start swinging at that one because that's a strike. Fisher needs to put it up there every time. Ball one. Here we are in the top of the fifth. One out, 1 ball, 1 strike. Hard hit ball, but just foul by about a foot. Down to third base line, strike 2. There's a blooper, drops down, and Peyton Robinson beats that down. The throw was from shortstop to first, and she just beat that out. Mackenzie Gladney, she reached on a walk and struck out looking her second time up. She pulls in from the right side with Peyton Robinson on first with 1 out. And Peyton Robinson tried to steal second and is thrown out. And that is the second out. So 2 outs here. Mackenzie Gladney up to bat now. Pitch was a ball. So we have a ball and a strike on Gladney. With 2 outs and nobody on. Swing and a miss, strike 2. High fly ball. I think it's going to hit. Yep, it hit the roof. I kind of figured that's where it was going to hit. So I don't need a hard hat on here. I got a roof over my head, and it clumped it. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's a foul ball down to third base side. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on Mackenzie Gladney with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Ball high, 2-2. Another foul ball. Remains 2-2. Beautiful evening over here in Montgomery City. Hard hit ball to second, but she picks it up and throws to first for the 3rd out. So we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. The score is still Montgomery County 5, Elsberry 2.
People's Bank and Trust invites everyone to come to the game, the high school sports games that are going on right now. All area teams have put a great amount of effort and time in to perfect their skills, and they are ready to play. Support the community schools and students by cheering them on to a great season of games. People's Bank and Trust proudly supports the area teams and looks forward to seeing you at each and every game.
All right, bottom of the 5th inning. Had to wait a little bit for Gladney to get her catcher's gears on. Gears? I think there's only one. Maybe make it a little faster. Maybe it should be an automatic transmission. Doesn't even need any shift gears. But no matter what, coming up to bat for Montgomery County is number 20, Maddie Quatham, shortstop. And she struck out her first time up, and then the second time up, she made up for it with a solo home run. Ball 1. There's another hard hit ball, and you know what? Oh, no, that didn't go out. That hit the fence and stayed in, but stand-up double. I thought that one was going. So Montgomery County with a leadoff double to start the bottom of the 5th inning. Brings up Raylene Poston, who walked her last time up. Oh, they changed them on me. They didn't get my permission to do that. They switched batters. We have Destiny Eversmeyer up to bat now, number 4. First pitch was a strike. Ball 1. Call strike 2. There's a little popper to Kinsler. She gets it, but Quatham is back in time. So 1 out. And batting now, number 21, Carissa Doyle. Gladney had a little bit of trouble getting that ball out of her glove, and who we have here? Quatham. Maddie Quatham is on third base now with a stolen base. That hit was to Peyton Robinson on third. She throws over to first for the out, but they held Quatham on third base. Call strike one on Massey. Addison Massey's up to bat. She struck out her last time up. Swing and a miss, strike two. Still have Quatham down on third base with 2 outs now. Inside, ball one. Foul ball out of play. Remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike three. Montgomery County leaves a runner on. So we go into the top of the 6th inning. The score is 5-2 Montgomery County. Elsberry's running out of time. They better get their bats going if they want to do something.
Whether it's balls and strikes, fouls, or flags, your referees and game officials are a vital part of high school athletics. If you've ever tried your hand at officiating, you know how hard these men and women work, and you certainly know that they would never miss a call intentionally. Keep these things in mind as you attend sporting events. After all, respecting officials and authority figures is one of the most valuable lessons that we could teach our students. This message has been brought to you by your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association.
Okay, here we go into the top of the 6th inning. Kelsey Flaster is going to be leading off. Flaster has a double her last time up. And that ball took a couple of bounces before it went behind Kelsey. So, I don't know. That one was bad enough. That might be called 2 balls. Ball 2. That was a much better pitch. Brooklyn Fisher's been pitching very well tonight. Ball 3. Three balls, no strikes on Kelsey Flaster. And 4 straight balls, and she is on first base. So a leadoff walk for Elsberry. Brings up Kylie Kinsler. She's had a home run and a walk tonight. Call strike one. Oh, that pitch hit her right in the back. Fortunately, she was able to turn away from that. So Kylie Kinsler hit by the pitch. And Abby Jenkins up to bat now. She has walked and hit a stand-up double her second time up. And Kinsler's kind of tender there on her numbers in her back, right between the scapulas. So Abby Jenkins up. Like I said, a double and a walk. Nobody out. Like I said, Fisher's been pitching quite well tonight. That was an anomaly there. Jenkins looks in for the pitch. Ball gets away, and runners advance. Flaster's on third, and Kinsler's on second. Foul ball back behind us, and that is ball one, strike one. Ball two. 2 balls, 1 strike, nobody out. Runners on second and third, and my ink pen is not working. That's not right. I have extras, and it probably isn't the pen. It's probably something on the paper. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Two balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Runners on second and third. Ball hit to second base. The throw is to first. Flaster comes home, so that makes the score 5-3. Neosha Henderson up to bat now. She has struck out both times up. She is also the tying runner right now at the plate. Swing and a miss, strike one. Foul ball, strike two. Morgan Jones on deck. Ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Kylie Kinsler down on third base, representing run number 4. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's out number 2. Brings up Morgan Jones. High fly ball into short center, and she misses the ball. Kinsler is in to score, and Morgan Jones stays on first. So an error out in first in center field makes the score 5-4. And that brings up Tiny Henderson with Morgan Jones on first. Score is now 5-4. And Tiny Henderson is giving up the bat to her sister, Tyra Henderson.
Now batting for Elsberry, number 9, Tyra Henderson.
So with 2 outs, Henderson played last night, but it's the first time that she's played in several games. She was out for a few games. Morgan Jones over on first base representing the tying run. Tyra Henderson is batting .385 this year. Foul ball. That is 1-1. Tyra also has 1 home run on the year. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Somebody must have poured oil all over my scorebook here because I can't write anything here. Another foul evens the count at 2-2. Tyra Henderson can be a dangerous batter. Right back to the pitcher. I mean, it was a bullet. But Brooklyn Fisher was right there to catch it. And fortunately for her, she caught it because she could have been injured. And we certainly don't want to see that. But Elsberry puts another couple of runs on the scoreboard. And the score is now 5-4, Montgomery County over Elsberry. We're going into the bottom of the 6th inning.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right, Anna Thiessen. She is a leadoff batter for Montgomery County in this inning. And she fouls it off for strike 1. Ball 1. So here we are in the bottom of the 6th inning. Montgomery County 5, Elsberry 4. Foul ball. Morgan Jones just couldn't quite get to it, but that's strike 2. On deck for Montgomery County, Lexi Veach. Another foul ball to the right side. Stays 1 ball, 2 strikes. Looks to me like she's swinging just a little bit late on those pitches. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Who we have up here? Is that number of? I'm not sure who's batting here. Number 17. That's going to be Taylor James is batting. There's a high fly foul ball out of play. Strike one. Ball high. Swing and a miss, strike two. Call, strike three. Second out of the inning. And that brings up number 11, Erica Devlin. She reached her last time up. Foul ball, strike one. I want to take a look at Kinsler pitching here this next pitch. She looks mad. Ooh, that was close to what he's normally calling strikes, but it was just a little too high, a little too out. Ball one. That one was high. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Erica Devlin, right fielder. And Kinsler takes a timeout to tie her shoes. And it looks like she's putting about a quadruple knot in there. Shadows on the field, well, except center field. Kelsey Flasser has her hand up to her eyes. Little dribbler to first base. Kinsler picks it up, throws over to first, and that ends the inning. So a 1-3 put out is the third out in the 6th inning. So here we go into the top of the 7th inning. And this is the last chance for Elsberry. They need to get 1 run to tie it up. And then they need to hold Montgomery County after that. But this is it right here. Take a break.
At Elsberry Pharmacy and Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We take the time to know you and your healthcare needs. Most prescriptions are filled in 15 minutes or less, and we offer free local delivery and a friendly and knowledgeable staff to answer your questions. Better service, better value, better healthcare. Locally owned and operated and proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com.
Okay, we are back for the start of the 7th inning, and we have Lexi Black up to bat now. Here in the 7th inning, leading off. Peyton Robinson, the top of the lineup, is on deck. Umpire decided to take some time off. Waiting for the first pitch. Ball one. Strike one called. Ball two. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody on because this is the leadoff batter. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Montgomery County's leaving a lot of space out there in right center and left center. More space in right center. And there's ball 4 for Lexi Black. So leadoff walk here in the top of the 7th inning. And Peyton Robinson is up. She is reached safely twice tonight and was caught stealing her last time up. And Lily Smith coming in to run for Lexi Black. So Peyton Robinson with her 4 home runs this year. I'm going to mention that every chance I get so she doesn't yell at me again. Be a good time for another home run. Instead, she takes a strike called. Lily Smith is a fast runner, and she's down on first. She squares the bunt, and it goes foul. And that ball almost came back into her face. So we got no balls and 2 strikes on Robinson. I think that was ball 1 that she bunted foul. Well, there was ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Lily Smith on first. Ball 2. Evens the count, 2-2. Okay, there are no shadows on the field now. High fly ball out into left field, and she has it, and Lily Smith has to go back to first. So a long fly ball for Peyton Robinson, but it's out number 1. Mackenzie Gladney. She has reached her first time up tonight. She reached on a walk. She has struck out and ground out to second base. So 1 out. Lily Smith on first. Foul ball. Score is 5-4 here in the top of the 7th inning. Montgomery County on top. Lily Smith steals second. That was a strike on Gladney. And Lily Smith steals second. That ball was not in on line to second base. So Smith on second with 1 out. She is the tying run, 120 feet away. Ball high. We have 1 ball and 2 strikes on Gladney. 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Last chance for Elsberry. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That is 2 outs. Brings up Kelsey Flaster. She reached on a walk and stand-up double. So with 2 outs, left-handed batter Kelsey Flaster up to bat. Ball 1. She was brave taking that one. Little dribbler to second base, picks it up, and throws, and that is the ball game. Kelsey Plaster thrown out 4-3. Elsberry threatened slightly there in the 7th inning, but they could not get it done. And once again, a couple of defensive miscues, but that is not what cost this game tonight. What cost the game tonight was lack of hitting. They just absolutely could not sustain anything. They left runners on. And again, like you heard me say last night, they are definitely going to have to improve their level of play if they want to do anything in the postseason. So now we have a game. We have a game Thursday night in Silex, an extremely tough team in Silex, extremely tough. And I plan to be up there to cover this game, but one of the problems is I don't have any internet up there. Our hotspot is AT&T, and there is no AT&T signal in Silex. So I'm trying to come up with a solution for that, but so far I don't have one. But either way, the game is in Silex Thursday night at 5 o'clock, and so everybody come on out to watch the game. Like I said, not a whole lot to talk about this game. They got a few runners on, but could not get them around. And Montgomery County, congratulations to them. They put on a home run clinic. And so anyway, final score here tonight, 5-4 Montgomery County over Elsberry. And one game left in the regular season, and then we go to districts down in New Haven. So anyway, I'm going to back them on out here so I can go find someplace to eat supper tonight. There's got to be someplace between here and Foley that I can eat supper. And so for the Indian Sports Network, this is Kenny Masterson saying good night from Montgomery City, Montgomery County High School specifically. And I will see you again Thursday night, even if I have to just record it and upload it to YouTube after I get back home. But good night from Montgomery City.